This is the Midday Edition for Monday, March 18th, 2024. I'm DeAndre Hamilton. A Magnetic Media production always has the news that matters most.
This is an important advisory from Digicel Turks and Caicos. All Digicel subscribers whose SIM cards were issued prior to July 2021, kindly visit your nearest Digicel store and have your SIM card swapped at no cost to you. There's also dedicated SIM swap teams that will be at different locations throughout the various islands on specific days. Please look out for the communication via SMS text message. This is a Telecoms Commission regulatory mandate and enhances network reliability and speed. Please swap your SIM cards as soon as possible to avoid mobile service interruption.
It appears a deported man who was the key witness in a murder trial could not be brought back into the Turks and Caicos from Haiti for the proceeding, and it resulted in the second of two men charged for the murder of an unknown man who was shot and killed at the Providenciales dump being set free. Wilkinson Butte, according to court correspondent Wilkie Arthur, saw his first trial result in a hung jury. Now the second attempt was dropped at the start of March when the Crown was unable to produce its key witness. The other man who had been charged with the 2020 killing of John Doe was last year in May freed after a judge directed the jury to find the first defendant not guilty due to a successful no-case submission. For the last 23 years, the Turks and Caicos has managed to remain measles-free, and the Ministry of Health is hoping it stays that way. As we ready for a high-travel season among islanders due to the upcoming Easter break, there is a warning to watch out. The TCI has no cases of measles on record, but there are pockets of outbreaks in neighboring countries, the United States leading in the Americas with 18 confirmed cases. It's the news that matters most. Magnetic Media.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number one is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
Today, we hear some of the reactions from the 528 passengers who spent as many as 12 hours at the Providenciales International Airport on Saturday after flights were either diverted or delayed or canceled. 5 of them were canceled, and these passengers were scheduled to fly out aboard either United or American Airlines flights. Here's a mother and daughter.
United has completely
abandoned you.
A father with his 3-year-old daughter spoke to Wilkie Arthur, who was on the scene that night.
This is our first and our last trip. As wonderful as it was, we won't be back because of how this was handled.
Some had been experiencing the turmoil for days, they said.
So we canceled my flight last night and then canceled it again today. Last night it cost me $2,000.
The vexing situation too much for this man who said the TCI is off his list forever.
Right now, I'll never come back. My wife will never come back.
The TCI Airports Authority has since issued a statement apologizing, promising within it to better their management of flights. A record high 10,000 plus passengers were arriving and departing at the PLS on Saturday. Consequently, terminal, ramp, and airspace capacities consistently exceeded standard levels due to the demand, the TCIAA said. Sunday flights, however, were reportedly back on schedule. At 12 p.m. every day this week, the Turks and Caicos will bow its collective head in prayer as the country seeks divine intervention against crime, illegal migration, and gun violence. The directive comes from Premier Washington Mizik, and he's calling on churches to lead, beginning with a prayer session, which should have happened on Sunday. The week of prayer ends on March 23rd. For the news that matters most, visit magneticmediatv.com.
You can always find what you're looking for and what you need at Quality Food World. Shop retail, shop wholesale. Quality has the brands you know, the brands you love. Always quality. Big savings every day. And remember to look out for sales for even bigger savings. Open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Mondays through Saturdays. Open 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sundays. On the 5 Keys Access Road. Quality Food World, a prime trading company.
Winners of the National High School HIV/AIDS debate held on February 27th are Elijah Simmons, Michael Robinson, and Jewel Robinson from the Wesley Methodist High School. The moot, whether community involvement is the most important element in the fight against HIV/AIDS. It resulted in a spirited discussion. H.J. Robinson High out of Grand Turk placed second. The event was also held. H.J. Robinson High placed second in the event, which was held in Grand Turk. The Premier says patrols are now increased along the coast of South Caicos, Salt Key, North Caicos, Middle Caicos, and Grand Turk. Border Force officers are now built into the TCI regiment and will support motor vehicle and marine vessel surveillance. This is happening as Haitians pile up at the Dominican border looking for food, as reports are that the healthcare system in Port-au-Prince is on the brink of collapse. That does it for the midday edition of the news. We're back at 5 with your TCI World and regional top stories. Thank you for joining us. I'm DeAndre Hamilton.